Welcome, Avi, at this unwrapping session of leadership and listening. Would you please do me the honor to unwrap the book? There it is.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Why is listening interesting?
I think listening saved my life from being completely disconnected from myself. I think psychiatrists will call it nowadays dissociation. And being dissociated from my own feelings, definitely from my own memories, I was able to pursue studies, career, marriage, raising children, but not knowing what's going on below here. By age 46, I went into a crisis that started by attending a workshop on something called appreciative inquiry. I was asked to tell and to interview another person with a question: can you please tell me a story about a moment at work where you felt full of life? I realized that even at work, most of the time, I was not happy with what I was doing. And because I was telling about my experience that usually I didn't, I realized something occurred in the space between me and my partner. And that hit me over the head also as a researcher. And at least the Western culture deprives us a lot of time from the natural resource of telling stories and hearing stories. And by simple questions, we can tap it, even in our culture, and create a magical space.
And what would happen if we come to a moment where we can see all of the stories we created in our minds and see that we have the choice that either we believe them, those stories, or we can let go of them. And I think that I believe that it is possible to come to that point that we need no new stories.
No new stories.
Yes.
That sounds to me like the ideal of nirvana. But only with the other really listening to you, you become free to enter the space and explore yourself when somebody else is holding the space for you. And you explore, you see new things, and this magic will hold only as long as the two partners or the circle can tolerate change. But the beauty is that if we create a culture of listening where more and more people are given the opportunity to be listened to and then to listen to others, you'll have a society that is more flexible, more changeable.
Yeah, I think the original word of magic is also bound by change. Change from one thing in another.
Yeah.
And what you said about change on the one hand and not changing on the other, it seems like a paradox. My hypothesis is that there is a infinite part, I call it the essence, and that was always there, it is always there. It's behind the words. And when we have our focus on the ego parts, they're always changing. There's always wanting something, thinking something. feeling something if you are connected to those ego parts. And for me, stopping believing in the stories is stopping believing in the stories of the ego parts. And then we can connect with the silence behind it. And silence is not another word than not knowing what is there.
One of the theories Dr. Dina Meir and I developed is called negotiational self theory. The idea that we all the times have voices in our head that are asking us for something. And or there could be a fight between voices trying to win over one over another. And the result of it is that we are torn. And to feel full and whole, we need constantly to learn to negotiate between those parts, or to allow them to negotiate, to create a win-win solution for the different needs of the self, is the idea that every voice that we hear, including the ego, is trying to serve us in a deep way. Only that the addition that I see here is that the voices that we hear are sometimes masquerading the deep essence. And you're saying, well, I'm not deciding this or that. It depends on circumstances. And I cannot even tell you the circumstances ahead of time. But I trust myself that when they will show up, I will know because I'm listening.
Well, Avi, thank you very much.
Thank you.